Hello, YouTube. Happy Thursday. I'm DeAndre Dobbs, and I am back with another video. As you can see, I am outside. It's a very pretty day outside, and very beautiful. Yep, I know the sun is bright, but hey, I was destined to make this video, and I kept my word. I said I was gonna either make me a video either today or the day after. So I decided to do one today, a video. I hope you all are doing wonderful. And today's video is going to be a couple of topics. It's going to be some topics. It's like so much I want to talk about today. And I promise you, I'm going to try to get to what I want to talk about today. And actually, today, also in the show on my channel, I will be paying, doing a shout out to a special friend. His name is Eddie Evans. This is going to be a tribute to him and his grandmother. But actually, his grandmother passed away last night, and she was 87 years old. And and I confronted him last night, and I confronted him this morning, texted him this morning, and asked could I do a tribute show on my channel for him and his grandmother. Well, for his grandmother to pay tribute to her, because she was a very important person in his life, and all the times we've been friends, he's told me that she was more like a mother to him than a grandmother. And because we talked about a lot of stuff, we've known each other for like going on 5 years now, and we are very, very good friends. And I thought it'd be fitting and it'd be right if I did like a tribute show to him, this tribute video to him, and to you all, that has lost someone very important, dear to you. This is for you also, and for me too. And I'm making this video and hoping that, it'll make anyone who's going through something feel a whole lot better. So this is for all of you, and this is for your grandmother, Eddie Evans. If you ever watch this video, I'm gonna give you a shout out and I'm gonna tag you in it. So saw a post on Facebook, and because I barely get on Facebook. Like, I might get on there 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times a day. It depends, because that's what, most people get their gossip and their news, their tea, or however you want to call it. And so last night I got on Facebook and I saw a post that said that his grandmother's passed away. And when I saw the post, a part of me just stopped. I froze for a minute, because early on in that day I got a phone call by him. But this was before she passed away. I didn't pick up the phone because I was busy. I was going to give a call back, but I never did because I was so caught up in stuff. And so when I saw the post, it was like, wow. I immediately hopped off of Facebook and got on Messenger, and I gave him a text, to make sure everything was good, to be a good friend and, be that confident friend and, be there for someone that, that's going through something. So what I did, I wrote him, texted him to make sure he was okay. And when I wrote him, I got a phone call. It was him. He called me like at 11 something at night. And me being that friend, I picked up the phone. Now, let me just let you know, let me just tell you this. If you are my friend and you call me, this and that, just know I might not pick up right then and there because either I'm doing something or, you know, or my phone is not by me. Now, let me just tell you, I'm more of a texter. I'm more of a texter than a caller and talk on the phone person. But I will talk on the phone and I will call someone, if I feel the urge to, if I feel up to it. Yeah, I will do that. So when he called me last night, he was crying and part of me wanted to cry. I didn't cry, but I was sad. I was sad for him because, she was a very important person in his life. Now, let me tell you, when we met over 5 years ago, I think it was on this app called Tagged, a high five or whatever it is now. When we first met, we didn't know that, we was gonna click the way we did, but we clicked. And I think it was a connection and this chemistry that we had. And so we had a couple of conversations and we traded numbers and this and that. At the time, I was 22 years old. And he's in his 30s and I'm 27. He's in his 30s, like he's 35, 36, something like that. And as you may know, yeah, I like my men older. And nothing wrong with that. And when we talked, we got to know each other. And the very person that he talked about was his grandmother. Like, he lives with his grandmother. He takes care of his grandmother to make sure she's good and everything. Give her medicine and make sure she's okay, and take care of her. And that's the one person he's talked about because he told me that she was that person in his, that in his life that he can basically look up to. That's basically been a mother to him. That's basically was there for him. And that really touched me. It still touches me. And we talked. We about talk every day. Like, we don't talk every day. We talk every other day or we text. But now, since his grandmother passed, I definitely have to keep checking in on him because that right there, that is something that you will not get over. Like, it's hard to process that. And, he basically took care of her to the day that she departed from this earth. And because let me tell you, let me tell you something about Eddie Evans, my friend that I'm telling you about. He's a sweet person. And I tell you that because he actually, like, not too many people are going to do what he did. Like, he'll go to work, come off of work, cook dinner, and take care of his grandmother, make sure she's got her medicine and everything, making sure she's taken care of. Because he will put his needs behind to make sure she's good, which is that's a good thing. Because when I like text him, when he'll text me, I tell him, and I ask him, is it a good time? He'll ask me, is it a good time? I tell him it was a good time or it wasn't a good time. But either or, I tried my best to make time for him, and he tried his best to make time for me because we talked to each other like we understood each other. And him and his grandmother, I believe his, you know, his grandmother is basically the only reason like he is today. Like he's well mannered, he's, you know, very caring and optimistic, and let's say he'll put others before himself. I'm just gonna put it like that. Because we talked about, us visiting each other, and the one thing that we've talked about was you know if we got to see each other, I wanted to meet his grandmother. And I still think about that to this day, and I'm not going to give up on that also. um Even though I didn't meet her personally, I felt like I felt like I met her in spirit when I met him. I'm just gonna put it like that. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard, for him and for anyone else that has lost a loved one. Because grief, we all grieve in our own way. We grieve differently. Some of us cry, some of us don't cry. Some of us do things to keep from crying and keep from thinking about the sadness, which is understandable. That's very understandable because I'm one of those person. I'm one of those people. I'm very emotional. And like if something gets me down, I try not to think about the sadness that's in my heart. I try not to think about that. But sometimes you're gonna have to break. Sometimes you're gonna have to break down because you having all that sadness and all that animosity in you. You're gonna have to break because so much can build up in you all at one time, and automatically it's just you break. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's natural to cry. It's natural to grieve. It, it is natural to feel the way you feel at times. Because we all are different in our own way. We all unique in our own way. And we can't control how a person feels. Like it's just there. Because, let me tell you, me, losing my mama when I was 4 years old, she died of asthma. I was 4 years old, she was 25. This was in 1999. And I was young, I was still a child, a baby if you may. Um I think losing my mama, I think that's still one of the most heartbreaking things you can ever do is lose your mama. That's your best friend. I don't care. I don't care what anybody say. Losing your mama, that hurts like hell. Losing your father, it hurts like hell. But I think when you lose your mama, I think that's the most pain that will hurt the most. because your mama's your best friend. Your mama's make sacrifices that nobody else will. To me, it's any parent or grandparent. I'm just gonna put it like that. Like I said, we all grieve in our own way, and we have a right to feel how we feel. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna touch on with. That's all I'm gonna touch on right now with my friend Eddie Evans' grandmother. Eddie, I hope you watch this video. I'm gonna tag you, and I hope you enjoy this video. And I know I said I know this was gonna be a whole video about her, but I want to make this video, something funny, not funny, but something to keep the spirits up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, the next topic is um I watched Tyler Perry's sisters last night. I love that show. It's on its fifth season, and um, I started it a year ago. And it's on its fifth season. And if you don't know what Sisters is, you have to go on BET Plus and watch. It's such a good show. And I'm just gonna do a little review of last night's episode. I'm sorry if I haven't been doing these reviews before, but I'm gonna do a review of last night's episode. And last night's episode, for those of you that watch and for those of you that haven't, I'm just gonna go on and tell you. You can always catch up on demand, or if you have BET Plus, or on your laptop, online, stuff like that. On last night's episode, so this one of the sisters, they're not really sisters, they just best friends. They've been best friends since college. Dandy. She works at an airport, and so she went out with this guy, and they went out. They went to dinner. They had drinks, and they had a good time. Because me watching that episode when they did that, it seems like it was hitting off pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it was hitting off pretty good. But later on, they went back to Andy's house, and Dandy, forgive me. Dandy being Dandy, she jokes around. She kind of like this, this crazy person. Like, she's not crazy, but she just don't take. She just don't take shit. She just don't take no type of shit. And so I think she was joking with old dude, and he was joking with her, saying that he had a little dick and this and that. And I guess it rubbed him the wrong way. And so the next thing I knew, he kept telling Dandy to stop. And she didn't stop. So what happened next? He reached back and he bitch slapped her. Took his arm, took his hand, bitch slapped her all the way on her bed. And then what happened next? He was trying to rape her. But luckily, Dandy, I tell you, I getting these damn names mixed up. It's not even funny. Dandy, she kicked him in the nuts, and which he deserved. She was running and she was trying to get away from him, and she was trying to run toward the knives and stuff because she was gonna cut him. Because that's what she does. She cut people. She beats their ass. She smokes. She cuts them. And she didn't get to it, so they both tumble to the ground. You know what I'm saying? They both tumble to the ground, and he restrains her hands, and he forces her to apologize, and she says she's sorry. And so he gets up off her and he leaves and he goes to his car. And when he gets in his car, Dandy is behind him, hitting on him and stuff. And he knocks her down again, but she quickly gets up. So she busts his windows out his car. And then when she did that, she got in his car and she cranks it up. And she runs into his car with her car. Because the impact was so big and it was so loud, she said it was at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it damaged her car and damaged his car. And then after that, she thought she had killed them. So she was wearing shades. And last night's episode, she was wearing shades. She was crying. Like, I never seen Dandy cry like that. I never seen her cry like that. I never seen her cry. Because she was explaining it to Andy and Fatima. And when she was explaining to him, I think for those of you who watched the show, sisters who've watched that episode, and for those of you that haven't, I'm just going to go on and say it. I think we saw another side of Dandy that, we've never, seen before. Because, she never cried. She never was the one, to just ball up and be vulnerable like that. I'm just going to put it like that. And that, it leads me to something. This is for men's and this is for the women as well. This is for everybody. I'm just going to put it like that. You can have this personality that you are tough, that you don't let nothing get you down, that you can that you are tough, that you are non-stop, that you can't, feel like you can't be touched. You thinking that you can handle anything. And basically thinking that you Boosie badass. And thinking that, that don't bother me. That don't bother me. I'm tough. I'm a G. However they say it. But I think deep down, you try to act big and bold in front of all these people that you claim that you cool with to try to impress them. Because that's what most people try to do. They try to act big and bold and try to impress people. Like they tough and they run the world and this and that. They try to do that in front of a bunch of people. But then when them people leave and then when they're by themselves, it's another person. It's like they have two personalities. They have this tough personality, like they don't give a damn, like they run the police and they run the whole city, the whole state, this and that, like they untouchable and like they are a gangster, this and that. And then you have the type that's very sweet, that wants to do the right thing, that doesn't want to get in trouble, that thinks that doing the right thing is how you supposed to be, which I completely understand that and I respect that. And me saying that, I'm not coming after anyone, I'm not being shady, because I know for a fact, I know I'm not tough, I know I'm not bad, I know I'm not going to try to be someone that I'm not. But one thing that I am, it's a couple of things that I am. I'm respectful, I'm well-mannered, I'm nice, I'm sweet. I believe in doing the right thing. And for a fact, I know I'm not perfect because I've done some really bad things in my life, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've done some bad things in my life. Did I regret them? Yes, I did. And it's nothing bad, but we all have done things in our past and in our life, and we still do things that's not right. But hey, no one's perfect but the good man upstairs. So I'm just gonna, just being honest with you with that. And and it's not our faults. It's not anyone's faults that we feel we should be like that. It's all about, to me, it's all about how you was raised and how you was brought up. That's how I feel about it. It's how you was raised and how you was brought up. Because that's a big factor in it. It's a big factor. And and how you act towards people's and the action that you do, that affects others as well. But a lot of people don't see it like that. But yeah, that's a little recap and review of what happened on last night's episode of Sisters. That's a good show. Like I said, if you haven't watched it, you can watch it on BET Plus, or you can watch it online, um, or it's a lot of websites you can watch it on. I'm just gonna put it like that because I watch it every week when it comes on. Because that show, it's funny, but then again, it's like it brings up serious issues. And one of those issues that I'm gonna discuss is sexual abuse. And I think I discussed this in one of my other videos, but I'm gonna discuss it again. And domestic abuse, because um, a lot of peoples have suffered with that, and a lot of peoples are still going through with that, and it's not right. It's something that it's gonna take very it's gonna take a little something to get, you know what I'm saying, used to. And hold on for 1 minute, y'all. Hold on for 1 minute. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that hold up. I'm back. And yeah, I'm just gonna say domestic violence is not cool at all. So, and I just want you to know that you should always love yourself regardless of what you're going through. And always lift up the people that really needs it. And I really hope my videos in this video has really helped you all see how to handle certain situations, because I've got some good advice yesterday from my grandmother saying that I should keep doing my YouTube videos because it could help others, and I agree. I do this because I do this because it keeps me from thinking about negative things, and it keeps me from thinking about being sad. And I do this to uplift all the peoples around the world that's going through something. And I do this because, I decided to get back out here and do my YouTube videos, that do my channel that I started 5 years ago. And like I said in my other videos, if it wasn't for my friends that I named in my other videos, they inspired me to do it. So I'm still so grateful for that. And I am so grateful from the fans and the subscribers that I have at this very moment. So I'm very happy for that. Um, I I think that's gonna be all for this video at this very moment. I hope you all liked it. You can link in my bio in my Instagram if you would like to follow. Um, I will try and see if I can put my Instagram link in this video description. I'm still trying to get used to doing some things on here. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. So I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you will. And I hope you all has liked this video. Also, before I get off this video, um, I would like to give another special shout out to another friend of mine. Well, not my friend, but it's someone I follow. I watches his videos, and his name is Big Sheen Allen. Sheen Allen. Big Sean Allen. I think that's his name. I'ma tag him in this video. Please subscribe to him on Facebook and on here. I think he has a Twitter as well, but I'm not for sure what it is. But yeah, I hope you all like this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. Y'all have a good day. Bye bye.